Hey, you said what'd you say?
What the
show.
fuck did
Twin
you
Peaks.
say?
You said Twin Peaks. That reminds me of the show that everyone's talking about right now, is Stranger. You okay?
Yeah, there's a bug on me.
See, it was
It's
on
a
my
bug on his
face.
forehead.
Now,
Forehead bug.
Oh my god, we played Resident Evil 5.
Oh,
and
these
it's like,
bugs!
They're everywhere now.
Okay, what were you saying?
Stranger Things.
Uh-huh.
I don't know if
Yeah.
anyone has watched that show.
I have.
Finished it.
You finished it.
Just last week, yeah.
I finished it. Did you finish it?
Yep.
You did finish it. I feel like that is. If you haven't watched it, I really highly recommend it to you.
It's good.
It's 8 episodes. It is cheesy, but it's supposed to be an 80s type show, and I loved it. I fucking loved it.
It was amazing.
I don't know. That was like
I
me
don't,
for me.
I don't like
It was
music.
super good.
it's super good. I'm not super into Netflix original shows, and the hype turns me off from those. I still don't watch Making a Murderer because I just don't care.
I haven't either.
And
I haven't watched that
this
either.
one,
Making a Murderer.
This one
I
intrigued me, and I'm like, okay, I'm definitely in. And one episode, I was.
Yeah, one episode in. I feel like watch the first episode, and that will either tell you you're in or
The
out.
intro, the theme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once that started, I was
Yeah.
like, I'm in. That exactly it. That 30-second thing is like,
It
oh, this
feels
is
like
exactly what I
E.T..
want. Yes.
It feels like it's shot to look really like a Spielberg movie. From,
Yeah.
I saw
the
a
early
video.
80s.
It was a comparison of like different 80s TV shows and movies, and like Stranger Things, and it was like, oh, they saw that shot and that shot and that shot.
Yeah.
But it was all an homage to that kind of stuff, which is really cool. I'm not gonna spoil anything. My only criticism of the show, again, no spoilers, is that the show is scary. I think there's a lot of scary things in it. So it's not a kid's show, but they won't curse. Like I feel like they're purposely not cursing. They're saying go to hell. It's like you're already making.
I'm sorry, what do you want them to say? Go to fuck?
Yeah,
It
like,
gives
fuck off,
it,
or
it gives
whatever.
it the feeling of that like Stephen King like it,
They
or
do,
like
all the kids cuss and stuff.
They
in
do.
it,
The kids
like,
cuss.
the
But
kids
there's times where it's like, I feel like they're holding back on like cussing, and I feel like there's no need for it because
It's Netflix.
it's well not Netflix, but it's like this isn't a kids show anyways because it's scary enough that kids aren't watching this. So
Right.
might as well say fucking shit all you want.
Thank God for the Duffer Brothers.
Mm-hmm.
Where'd they come from?
Where-
It came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
They made some movie that who was in that fucking movie? Alexander Skarsgård. What's that guy's name?
Skarsgård.
Skarsgård. He was in it. That's all I know. It came out last year.
Hmm.
But the Duffer Brothers.
Yeah, everyone loves the Duffer Brothers now.
Yeah.
It's the first time I've ever heard the name, so here
Yep.
we are.
It took me a while to recognize Winona Ryder. I
You didn't recognize
like,
her?
At
Oh, wow.
first, I'm like, wait, that's because I haven't seen anything Winona Ryder's been in since like I don't know,
Alien 4.
Like yeah, exactly.
I always think
late
about
90s.
her stealing jackets and shit.
Yeah,
Remember she
she-
got busted
that was
shoplifting?
cool.
Oh, that was
What
her?
What
Yep.
was that?
That's
She said she was training for a role or something like that.
Right,
and
so
she-
that's bullshit. So
Yep.
what was that?
Yeah.
I think, human beings malfunction. And every once in a while,
sound like a robot.
people fucking spin out.
The way you said that with like half a smirk, like fucked me up a little bit.
I mean, who knows what kind of you're in Hollywood, you're A-list, right? Winona Ryder in
okay,
early
I'll,
back
for,
then,
for,
yeah.
for the,
Back
for the
then,
sake
yeah.
for the sake of argument, okay.
Yeah, she was A-list back then.
dude, maybe who knows what kind of elite world you're exposed to? Drugs, sex,
That sounds pretty
Rock
elite.
and roll.
rock and roll.
The big three.
She's
big
trying to
three.
get her thrills stealing jackets from Macy's or some shit.
I get her and Ashley Judd mixed up for some reason. I don't know
What?
what that is.
Really?
Yeah, like
How
the way they
dare
look.
you, sir.
I get them switched in my head.
She's at this perfect age where it's a really believable single mother role.
Yeah.
She was always like, I thought like mousy, cute girl in everything she was in before.
Sure.
And I really liked her in all the stuff she was in.
She's in Beetlejuice. Was she
Yeah.
like I guess she was.
Oh, she was
Okay.
like the goth, like heartthrob.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I mean,
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
this
yeah,
guy
that,
knows
yeah,
this guy
that,
over
yeah,
here.
that's
This
what she
guy
was.
knows.
Yeah, she was written as the goth heartthrob in Beetlejuice.
can heartthrob be used in a female?
Hell yeah, is your heart throbbing,
Oh,
dude?
yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Female what?
But it's usually like to describe like Lydia Dietz, the
Mhm.
character's name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you call her a heartthrob? 'Cause
I call
usually that's
her
used
a
for guys.
beefcake.
Like you would call. Well, yeah.
Yeah, she hunk.
I feel like you can call a girl a heartthrob.
Yeah. All right. Well, I
It's
did.
2016, man. You can do
All
that.
right. Hey. You know what? I throw the rules out the window.
We just told you it wasn't against the rules.
Break down your walls. I don't care, Eric. I'm not going to listen to you or anybody. I make my own path.
Then don't ask.
Yeah. So Lydia Dietz.
Okay.
Okay.
Got it.
Crucible.
Welcome to the
He-
Mega64
He cured his
podcast.
headaches with Lydia
Yeah,
Dietz. I
yeah,
got it.
yeah,
I
I
understand what you're saying.
If this is the first time you're watching the Mega64 podcast, hello. This is not usual. I'm Eric,
I'm Kevin.
I'm Sean.
I'm Garrett.
and this is not the usual lineup.
But I feel a lot more at ease. Can I be honest with you?
Mhm.
Like,
No, you have to lie to me.
you guys aren't going to make fun of me, probably. And if you do,
No
I honestly
promises.
don't care. But when they do it, it's like, not again, guys.
Not again.
Not
Oh,
again.
oh,
Not
no,
again,
not
friends.
again.
It's like so expected, you know.
Yeah.
Change it up,
Change it. Be original for
Yeah.
once, you fucks.
you fuck boys.
Anyways.
Well, they didn't show up, so
Nope.
we're here to hold the
I
fort
feel
down.
like when Derek does show up, because he will show up, he will be pissed off.
Well, that'll be fun. I mean,
Yeah.
we'll take bets. See,
Yeah, I don't know.
pissed off.
Um,
Anyone want a challenge?
Yeah.
Did you guys watch Stranger Things?
We
talk
did.
about
We
it?
did.
We
talk
talked
about
about
it.
it a little.
Dang.
Well, real quick before we end it, what do you think about it?
I liked it. It was pretty good. Not the greatest thing ever.
Pretty basic story. I wouldn't give it like phenomenal marks, but it fit. It was a Stephen King book.
I liked
So it
it,
fit
but
that.
here's my major problem.
Let's see if
with
it's
it.
my problem. Let's see. The same.
Stranger Things is set in the 80s.
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay.
Actually, there's two problems, because I'll
Okay.
tell you my second problem with it too. Stranger Things is set in the 80s, wasn't 80s enough. I feel like, and maybe this is just an issue of working within a budget, but it was a very narrow view of the 80s. It was like synth music and new age music, but there was a lot of other music from the 80s there.
Yeah.
And, it was going for...
They use some stuff that's definitely cool right now.
Yeah, it was like a contemporary view looking back in the 80s, but I felt like the cars were not crappy enough. It was a lot of like 80s Cadillacs, 80s Pintos, but I was like, where are those like leftover cars from the 70s?
It was
everybody had.
kind of an
Yeah.
affluent neighborhood though. too.
Basically, my problem was where was the leftover 70s
Yeah,
aspect
yeah.
of the 80s? I felt it was very clean. And my second, this is not a problem because I liked the show. I really, I liked it. But I did think it was really funny. Has everybody seen it?
Eric.
Not Eric.
And they haven't.
Try to keep a spoiler for
They asked.
Yeah.
They begged us on the chat.
They
to keep it
begged.
spoiler-free.
Yeah.
All right. I'll save it. Just
Okay.
because I don't think it's a spoiler, but I'll save it.
Sure.
Give it some time.
Yeah.
Hitler
yeah.
dies at the end.
Yeah. Thanks. It was. I said it already, but I thought it was a lot of fun. I just had a lot of fun watching it. It
Yeah.
wasn't the best show I've ever seen, but I really enjoyed it.
Controlled.
You know what? I read this review, not of Stranger Things, but there's this video game that I saw on Steam. I can't remember the name, but it was like back in 1995, and it's supposed to be a throwback to PlayStation 1 survival horrors.
Oh.
I didn't play it, but there were reviews on it that were kind of saying like not as good because it's not as good as those survival horrors, and there's nothing original to it because it's referencing other better
Oh.
games. And I feel like almost a little bit Stranger Things suffers from the same thing of like it's referencing other better things.
I've heard that from other people.
Sure, but I feel like for me, it came so out of the blue, and it was just a nice. It was a nice
hey,
little thing.
I watched it. It's better than the great baking cook-off of the UK or whatever else is
Yeah.
available on
What?
Netflix.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm just saying it's nice when a cool
Brexit
sci-fi
is
show
on
comes out.
Netflix?
Yeah, and it was a cool sci-fi show, and I really like that. And then people have some theories about like
Well
different
acted.
things at the end. I thought well acted, and
Very well cast.
I thought the cast was weird, right? Everyone was
Well
kinda-
acted,
kinda
But it's
except
weird.
perfect. They look
for-
like
okay.
real people.
Oh, they
Hey,
do.
Winona Ryder, so annoying on this
No,
show.
I talked
Oh,
about how I
I
love
liked
her.
her. I liked
So-
She fits the single mother in over her head like so well now.
No, that was an exaggeration of single. She was manic and
She's,
never
yeah,
came.
super emotional
Well,
the whole time.
Yeah, she
But I
was.
didn't mind
She
that.
was on level
Yeah,
10
I
the whole
didn't- I didn't
time.
mind that.
She had a psychological issues. She had a background of
I didn't.
mental
I don't
illness.
think she acted that well.
Really? I thought that was almost my favorite. The cop and her.
Hopper's my favorite.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Hopper and her.
Which
I think
did he not the way he looked, but maybe the way he sounded was Harrison Ford to me. Like the way he was talking,
Really?
like this sounds like Harrison Ford. Like it was
he
weird.
was awesome. He was
I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
I
Solid
love.
Snake.
I love
Yeah.
Winona Ryder. She was in Beetlejuice. She's
Mhm.
like the original cool goth kid.
Yeah.
I love Winona Ryder. I love Heathers.
Yeah.
I love Alien Resurrection.
Yep.
She was not good at Stranger Things.
Really?
Sorry.
Oh, I thought
That's
she
Just
my
because you're not
opinion.
attracted to her anymore, because she's.
Yeah.
No, I didn't say
That's
that.
it.
Anymore,
Long in
like
the tooth,
everybody
man.
Oh
already
no,
is.
Garrett! I full on boner when she's crying and weeping and
No,
going
that's
crazy
what
the
I'm
whole
saying.
time. She's fucking hot, dude.
I
Like,
talked.
"Ah, where's my kid?
Before you got here, I talked about that. How I always thought she was like a sex symbol in all movies before, and now it's the first role where she's really believable as the single mother of this kid. She's like the mom now, not the daughter.
I didn't think she was a believable mom.
Really? I totally bought it.
I bought it.
I buy it though.
I was in. Well,
there you go.
That's our show for
Stranger
tonight.
Things.
Yeah.